Of course I'll talk about Kemper. Edmund Kemper was an absolutely terrifying serial killer, if not for his stature alone. Dude was literally 6'9" and over 300 pounds. Like, seriously, look at this dude. If he got rowdy, what the hell are these guys gonna do about it? Nothing. So that's the thing that made him scary, was his mere size. There is no fighting this man off. But in addition to that, he also literally had a genius level IQ of 145. So unlike Bundy, Kemper had, like, the childhood that you would expect of a serial killer. His mother and father were physically and verbally abusive towards him. They just put him down a lot. Like, there was an instance where his mom made him kill his pet chicken and then his dad made him eat it. Just terrible stuff. And he started showing some pretty disturbing signs pretty early on, but shocking, his parents didn't even notice or care. And it got to the point that when Ed was 15 years old, he killed his grandparents. And his reasoning was that he said he wanted to know what it felt like. If I remember correctly, he killed his grandfather first, and then he killed his grandmother when he came home because according to him, he didn't want his grandmother to see her husband dead. So after that, he spent 5 years in a mental hospital for treatment, and then they let him go. I think the reason they let him go is because, again, this dude was literally a genius, and he was a master manipulator. So I think he learned to tell the doctors what they wanted to hear. And he convinced them that he was normal and totally ready to enter society. So Kemper's mom worked at the University of Southern California, and he would use, like, her university sticker to make it seem like he belonged. And in 1970, college kids start going missing, and that's how Ed got the name the co-ed killer. And then body parts start showing up. Never full bodies. And it was later found out that he would use his victims' heads to, Also admitted to cannibalism later on. So the other scary part about Kemper is because he was so charming, he frequented this bar that the local police hung out at, and they loved him. They were like best friends. And he got them to disclose information about the case, and they actually gave him a pair of handcuffs and a fake badge that looked incredibly real. Absolutely fucking wild. So at this point, Kemper's kill count, he's killed his 2 grandparents and he's killed 6 women. And then Kemper has this glaring realization that the reason he's doing this is because of his mother. His rage and his anger is only towards his mother. So what does he do? You guessed it. He unalives his mother in her sleep. And just like the others, he did not leave her body intact. Then he calls her best friend, and the best friend comes over and he unalives her as well. So at this point, Kemper goes out and actually picks up another 2 women, but at this point decides he doesn't even want to kill them. He lets them go. And it's at this point that he literally calls the police and turns himself in, admits to being the co-ed killer. And he tells them, and I quote, "Pick me up and put me in jail now or I will kill more." So that was in 1973, and he has been in prison ever since. He is still alive. And on all accounts, he is a model inmate. And he's never even picked up so much as a disciplinary report. Which is good for everybody who comes in contact with him. Because again, you're telling me these people could stop this man.